Dokkan really thinks they're slick, and yeah, maybe it's nothing, but I'm telling you right now, Dokkan knows exactly what they are doing. I'm going to give you a quick recap on what happened yesterday, and then as you can see by all these tabs open here, we're going a lot deeper because there is a lot to talk about in today's video, but I do have to give you a really quick disclaimer, okay? Because I really don't want to be that guy that's like, making false promises. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to lie to you. I'm not here to make it seem like something that's happening that's not happening. Like, I'm not trying to do that. I'm simply just analyzing something that happened that's extremely weird and giving you my honest thoughts about it, but also making you aware, especially when it comes to your Dragon Stones, right? Because something's coming very soon for Global and JP, that, you know, it may be smart to save your Dragon Stones because something could definitely be on the horizon. Now, simply put, the official JP Dokkan Twitter retweeted something regarding Beast Gohan, and you know, more specifically, something regarding Super Dragon Ball Heroes, which makes a lot of sense because, you know, there is a Heroes collaboration happening right now on both Global and JP. But what's interesting is that they retweeted something that had a lot of Beast Gohan promo, and it's interesting to me because they didn't retweet this tweet that V-Jump made, right, a few weeks ago at this point, regarding more Super Dragon Ball Hero stuff, knowing, right, because we all knew there was a live stream way before this date that Global and JP were going to be getting, again, another Heroes collaboration, but JP didn't retweet any of this stuff, right? But they retweeted something about, you know, a lot of Beast Gohan promo. Now, again, this may not mean anything, okay? I'm telling you that right now, but it's super, super suspect to me, and because of this, I am now on heavy alert, and it's making a lot of people question, because under this video I saw a lot of people saying, yeah, imagine summoning for the Heroes units now that Dokkan is maybe possibly hinting at something here. So again, a lot to talk about. A really quick subscriber challenge though before we move on with this video, just really quick. All right, if you've ever done this with the needle, you know who you are, all right? You don't have to comment anything. Just, you got caught lacking today. You got to subscribe to the channel. It is what it is. And please, don't do this to yourself, okay? All right, thank you. Have a great rest of your day. And if that wasn't you, then, you know, you can skip today's subscriber challenge. Let's move on with today's video. So, first things first, I want to mention that JP Dokkan, right, has a few more releases before the end of the year. We know that Beast Gohan is going to drop at some point, obviously, for both Global, or maybe not, it doesn't have to be both at the same time, but eventually for Global and eventually for JP, arguably JP first, right? However, the next Dokkan Fest slot for JP is literally at the end of this month. Then there's going to be a part 2 LR, right? And then there's going to be a dual Dokkan festival for JP Dokkan. These are the last 4 main releases for JP Dokkan. Unless they decide to change things dramatically, you can expect to see this format yet again. It basically happens every single year. I do not think Beast Gohan will fit this slot right here as the next Dokkan Fest for JP. While I could see Beast Gohan, right, being a Dokkan Fest unit, I don't think, if you're gonna ask me, and I would love to hear your thoughts as well, maybe, you know, maybe you just disagree, but I don't see Beast Gohan releasing as just a, you know, not one-off, but just a part, not even a part 1. I don't know how to word it. Like, I don't see Beast Gohan dropping as just a regular Dokkan Fest at a random time. I see him either being an LR release or a part of a dual Dokkan festival, which probably could have you know, a character like Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo, right? So I just don't see Beast Gohan dropping as a Dokkan Fest, right? It's just a random Dokkan Fest at the end of November. And even with the when it comes to the part 2 LR, I just maybe Beast Gohan is the part 2 LR, and maybe the next Dokkan Fest for JP is like Orange Piccolo, right? But there's a lot of issues with this as well, and I'll get to that towards the end of this video, so again, everything will make sense at this point. But again, the main thing is I just don't see this being the case, because when Superhero drops, Superhero, at least in my opinion, needs to be at least a dual Dokkan festival celebration at minimum, which is why I think, and many people think as well, that towards the end of the year, right? The last Dual Dokkan festival before JP's anniversary. I think this is when it's pretty likely that Global, or sorry, not Global, but JP at least, will be receiving more superhero stuff, possibly a Beast Gohan, and possibly an Orange Piccolo. Now, I do want to mention that even on in Legends, okay, Dragon Ball Legends, the game that's, well, when it comes to their LF banners, right, according to my knowledge, they don't really, at least recently, they haven't really been dropping a ton of sparkings next to these LFs. Maybe I'm wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong, but for them to drop three new sparkings on a banner, unless I'm wrong, is extremely rare. So I can't be convinced that they're gonna do something really out of the ordinary for Legends, and then just release Beast Gohan as a Dokkan Fest slot, or maybe even like a part 2. Beast Gohan as a part 2 is crazy to me, so I don't see that happening. I could potentially see the argument for Beast Gohan dropping, and maybe Orange Piccolo dropping as a Dual Dokkan Festival at the end of JP Dokkan. I do not then see Global getting it at the same exact time. The only reason is for the month of December, Global will be getting a Dokkan Fest, a part 2 double rate spanner, and then Tanabata, and then New Year's. So to do all of that and then a Dual Dokkan Festival, that is just way too much in 1 month. And if they're planning on dropping, what, 1 million stones for the month of December, then I just don't see that happening, because free-to-play, what the heck are free-to-play players going to do? It's impossible for you to plan ahead as a free-to-play player. So I personally just don't like the thought of that happening. But let's say JP Dokkan does release these units at this moment, or usually when this Dual Dokkan Festival drops, which is usually a little bit before the New Year's actually hits. If that's the case, then you can expect Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo, whoever the heck drops, to release around the month of April, which was the same case the year before with Tech Pikkon and Tech Janemba and AGL Pikkon, who again dropped in that late December slot and again released early April for Global Dokkan. So that's what I could see. But even then, the one issue I have about this is that, or even honestly, there's an entire argument being made that the anniversary will be superhero related. And the issue I have with this, and the issue I have with, you know, it dropping on New Year's for Global, for New Year's-ish for JP, and then 3-4 months later for Global. The only issue I have is that they've been keeping or releasing all of this superhero stuff relatively around the same time for both Global and JP. So for example, right, the Gammas, they dropped 1 week apart. 1 week apart. Obviously, they are trying to keep both Dragon Ball Super, both versions of the game in tune around the same time when it comes to Dragon Ball Super superhero stuff. Same argument can be made when it comes to Cell Max, because Cell Max dropped at the same exact time for both Global and JP. The only discrepancy you can really talk about is the release of this Gohan here, but even then, this Gohan was a movie release character, right? So he dropped around the movie time release time for JP, and then dropped around the movie release time for Global. So that's the reason why there is a 2-month discrepancy here. But everything else was literally released at the same exact time, or again around the same time. And I would definitely assume that they're going to keep that same theme when it comes to the next installment of this Dragon Ball Super superhero celebration, if you will. So it's just, to me, honestly, kind of confusing what they're going for here, and it's really just like the only, not the only, but anniversary, it's like it's possible, but anniversary is like January for JP and July for Global. Like, you're telling me they're going to release all of this around the same time and then just magically wait six months between versions? No, I don't see that happening. So it's like either they release it the same time for Global and JP towards the end of December, or maybe the whole, like, let's say the entire month of December instead was simply just superhero related. So maybe both Global and JP will share the next Dokkan Fest that comes out late November or early December, right? And then they share the Part 2 LR, and then what other type of content that drops, and I guess both Global and JP could share. And then, yeah, again, it's very confusing to me what the timeline is going to look like. But regardless, Beast Gohan is on his way to both Global and JP. Same time, we don't know yet, but he's definitely coming, especially since Legends has already implemented those characters. So when exactly, I do not know, but I'm telling you right now, please be careful with your stones. Please, 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 if you are new to this game, don't have that many characters. Dragon Ball Hero characters are definitely good, but I'm telling you right now, there's no way they release a character, a boss battle, with as difficult as Cell Max is. Could you imagine they drop Beast Gohan and he's not able to just incinerate? For a character to incinerate the Cell Max event, he has to be extremely OP, like very, very strong. Okay, Beast Gohan obviously incinerates Cell Max in the movie. So imagine, like, if when they drop Beast Gohan in this game, I'm going to just right now assume that he's going to be able to single-handedly just like destroy this Cell Max, which makes him what has to be at least top 3 in the game. I don't think any of these characters here are top 3. If you are new to the game, if you are someone who don't, like, you know, you're completely free to play, skipping these characters is a smart move. It's tough to call though, because again, we do not know when Beast Gohan is dropping, but he's going to be dropping at some point. And the more stones you have when he drops, the better your chances of actually pulling him. And just to be clear, you know, every multi you do doesn't increase your chances, but every, you know, multi you can do allows you to have more chances at pulling Gohan, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to, again, false advertise here. So maybe Beast Gohan releases in April, or maybe it's May for both Global and JP. That is definitely a long time from now, and I get that. And maybe you might, let's say, you know, regret not summoning on heroes. But I don't think, honestly, that you're going to regret that whenever it's announced that Beast Gohan is dropping. So even if it takes another 3, 4, 5, 6 months, I think that whole time that you're going to be saving your Dragon Stones, you're probably going to be like, I should summon on this or summon on that. But when Beast Gohan is revealed, I think it's going to be very hard for you to say, yeah, I still regret skipping heroes. I still, you know, regret skipping this or skipping that. And you guys already know me, okay? I am going to keep you updated every single month on every single free-to-play Dragon Stone you can grind up, so that you can have as many stones as possible for whatever the heck you want to summon on, especially when it comes to Dragon Ball superhero content. Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, New Pan, Ultimate Piccolo, I don't really care. It is what it is, right? So I'm going to keep you updated. You can count on me for that. But I just wanted to let you know that something's going on here. And I wanted to let you know that I'm going to keep you updated. And I wanted to let you know that the last thing you probably want to do is go balls deep on this banner, and worst case scenario, Beast Gohan is coming next month, right? So, like, again, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying it's a possibility. And you do not want to be down bad for stones when Beast Gohan is revealed. And again, I need to clarify myself, because I don't want anyone to you know, incorrectly state or assume what I'm saying, okay? I'm not telling you Beast Gohan is dropping next month. I think that there's easily a huge, not huge chance, but I think there's a very good chance, in my opinion, maybe you believe the same thing, that Beast Gohan is dropping extremely soon. And again, he could easily drop 6, 7, 8 months from now, which of course would mean you'd have to skip a lot of things. That's definitely a possibility. But again, when he's revealed, I don't think you're going to regret a single thing. So that's just my opinion. But of course, take it as you will. Good luck on whatever you want to summon on. Good luck on whatever you want to save for. I will be streaming later on tonight for some hero summons, because obviously, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully you enjoyed. Please be careful. Please, for the love of everything, please be careful with your, you know, stones. And I will see you in the next one. Take care and peace.